Ever question the extent of the devil's influence over our actions? It's a question that has intrigued and perplexed humanity for centuries. Many believe the devil, the ultimate symbol of evil, has a profound impact on our decisions, swaying us towards sin and vice. This belief paints a picture where the devil whispers in our ears, luring us into making choices we might not make otherwise. But is it really so? Enter Father Vincent Lampert. A renowned exorcist, he holds a different viewpoint that challenges this traditional belief. In his perspective, the devil isn't the puppet master pulling our strings, nor are we marionettes dancing to his tune. According to him, the devil's influence isn't as direct or pervasive as we often perceive it to be. So how does the devil influence our actions, or does he at all? Father Vincent Lampert, a renowned exorcist, offers a unique perspective on this matter. Stay tuned as we delve deeper into this fascinating topic. Father Vincent Lampert, a respected figure in the religious community, isn't your average priest. Born and raised in Indiana, United States, Father Lampert dedicated his life to the service of God and humanity. He has walked a unique path, serving as an exorcist for the Archdiocese of Indianapolis for many years. Father Lampert has become well known for his extensive experience dealing with demonic forces. His work isn't limited to the shadows, though. He's often called upon to share his knowledge with others, giving lectures and interviews about the realities of evil and the nature of exorcism. From crowded lecture halls to quiet church sanctuaries, he's spent countless hours educating people about the spiritual battle that rages around us. But it's not all about the supernatural. Father Lampert is also a parish priest, providing spiritual guidance and support to his community. His unique experiences have shaped his beliefs about the devil's influence on human actions. Father Lampert's views on the devil's influence are far from conventional. He isn't one to advocate for the idea that every misdeed or mishap in our lives is the work of some insidious, unseen force. He finds the notion of blaming the devil for all our actions not only misguided but also dangerously dismissive of our own free will and personal responsibility. Father Lampert argues that this tendency to attribute all wrongdoings to demonic influence is a convenient scapegoat, a way for us to absolve ourselves from the consequences of our actions. It's an easy way out, a path that absolves us of owning up to our mistakes, our missteps, and our moral failings. But here's the rub, according to Father Lampert. While the devil does exist and can indeed tempt us, he cannot force our hand. He can't make us act. He can't make us choose the wrong path. The decision to act, the choice to give in to temptation, that, Father Lampert asserts vehemently, lies solely with us. And it's here, in this assertion, that we see the crux of Father Lampert's perspective on the devil's influence. It's not about dismissing the existence of evil or denying the devil's ability to tempt. It's about acknowledging that the power to choose, to act, to decide, rests firmly in our hands. Father Lampert's views challenge us to look inward, to scrutinize our actions and choices, and above all, to take responsibility. He urges us to stop hiding behind the shadow of the devil when we stumble, when we falter, when we err. Instead, he encourages us to face our shortcomings, to accept our mistakes, and to learn from them. In essence, Father Lampert's perspective on the devil's influence is a powerful call to accountability. It's a reminder that while the devil can tempt, the ultimate decision to act, to choose right from wrong, to walk the path of virtue or vice, lies solely with us. In Father Lampert's view, the devil can tempt, but the decision to act lies solely with us. The devil tempts, but do we not have the free will to resist? This question is central to Father Vincent Lampert's perspective on the relationship between the devil's temptation and human responsibility. In the heart of the matter, Father Lampert asserts that while demonic forces may indeed present temptations, it is ultimately within our own power to reject these lures. The devil, he argues, is not some puppet master controlling our actions from the shadows. Instead, he is more akin to a crafty salesman offering alluring but ultimately destructive deals that we have the capacity to decline. Father Lampert's perspective emphasizes the significance of personal responsibility. It's not about denying the existence of evil forces, but about acknowledging our own role in choosing to act upon or resist the temptations they present. He contends that blaming the devil for our actions can sometimes be a convenient way for us to avoid taking responsibility for our own decisions. In Father Lampert's view, our free will is a powerful tool, a double-edged sword, if you will. On one hand, it can lead us down a path of self-destruction if we succumb to the temptations of the devil. On the other hand, it can also be our greatest weapon in resisting these enticements and choosing the path of righteousness. This isn't to say that the battle is an easy one. Father Lampert acknowledges the allure of the devil's temptations and the strength it takes to resist them, but he firmly believes that we all possess the capacity to make this choice, to say no to the devil and yes to the path of morality and virtue. The devil may tempt, but we are not helpless in his wake. We have the power to resist, to choose, to act. And with this power comes a responsibility, a duty to ourselves and to others to make the right choices, to resist the temptations that lead us astray. Father Lampert emphasizes that ultimately the choice to act on temptation is a human decision. Father Lampert's perspective invites us to reconsider our beliefs about the devil's influence. Throughout our discussion, we've explored the notion of the devil's influence, learned about Father Vincent Lampert and his views on this topic, and examined the delicate balance between temptation and human responsibility. Father Lampert firmly believes that blaming the devil for all our actions is an easy way out, a way to absolve ourselves of personal responsibility. He emphasizes that the devil may tempt us, may play upon our weaknesses, but it is ultimately our choice whether or not to act on these temptations. We are the ones who decide whether to let the devil's influence in, whether to succumb to his temptations. Father Lampert's perspective serves as a sobering reminder of our own agency, our own capacity to choose right from wrong. It is a call to accountability, to personal responsibility. Remember, the devil may tempt, but the final decision to act always rests with us.